this is Katie Souza, and welcome to our brand new series, Bent. This is part 1 of the series. It's called Bent, Slaying the Giants in Your Soul. This revelation has had such an incredible impact on my life. I've received numerous personal miracles through it, and honestly, because of this teaching, I feel like a new person. I'm walking in more physical and emotional freedom than I've ever had in my life. I believe this series will usher in huge breakthroughs for you and your family too. So thanks for listening. Let's join the sessions now.
What I'm going to be talking about today is character bents, but I'm going to be approaching them from an unusual place, and I'm going to show you how these bents in our character have their roots in ancient times in Genesis 6. Now, when I refer to character bents, I'm talking about things like bitterness, stubbornness, pride, fear, depression, having a propensatory, a lean towards being negative or critical. You know, how many of you, if you were to examine yourself right now, feel that there's some sort of a bend in your character towards some sort of a bad disposition or a hurtful disposition? Raise your hand. Okay. I think we all have it. And the thing is most of us try to get rid of it. We try to behave. We try not to be negative. We try not to be bitter. We try to hold our anger back. We try to hold our mouth back from being critical or from gossiping or from judging. And it might work for a while, but because we're doing it in our own strength and because these bents are deeply rooted in our soul, it's only a matter of time before it comes back again, comes bursting out, comes out and takes control of us. And then we feel condemned and ashamed and bothered and overcome by it. How many of you can relate to that? Okay. Character bents actually can sabotage every part of our life. They can ruin our relationships, cause divorces, devastate businesses. How many people don't want to work for a boss who is chronically angry or bitter or judgmental or critical, right? It can ruin our businesses. It can devastate and split churches. How many of you want to be under a pastor that is constantly judging you or criticizing you, or has fallen into a character bent of lust, perversion, or pornography, and he can't control himself, right? Nobody does, right? Character bents can destroy every part of our lives. Our finances. If we have a bent in our character towards idolatry, we will haphazardly not steward our finances well and be spending our money on the things our soul wants instead of stewarding our money in the proper way that would bring not only abundance into our life, but glory to the kingdom. Amen? Character bents are completely destructive, and it seems like we as Christians have them. We should be free of them, but even more than sometimes people in the world, we're being controlled by these bents. Character bents can even make you physically ill. The Bible talks about bitterness. It says one man dies with marrow and moistening in his bones, while another man dies in bitterness of soul. Meaning one guy dies and he's healthy, he's got marrow and moistening in his bones, he's strong, he's full of vitality, and he dies at peace. He just lays down and goes to sleep and he's in glory. By the other man dies before his time. Why? Because he had a character bent of bitterness controlling his soul, and it made him physically sick. Did you hear what I said? Bitterness can cause you to get disease, disorder, can cause sickness in your body. We've got to get rid of these character bents because they are controlling and destroying every part of our lives. Amen? Now, in this study, I'm going to prove that these negative character bents that are controlling us, that are stealing our power, stealing our authority, have their roots in some very strange goings-on in Genesis 6. Okay? When we know what the root of a problem is, then we can pull the root out instead of whacking the weed off at the top and having it grow back. So that's why I'm presenting this teaching to you today, because I want you to finally get to the root. You've been whacking the weed off at the top, trying to control your character bents, but they've been growing back. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. But we're going to get to the root, and we're going to pull it out, and it's never going to come back again. Amen?